I get a lot of my renovation and build ideas from visiting lots that my Sims are invited to. So one day my Sims were invited to visit Brook Bungalow. One of my teens had a teen friend that lived in this lot. So when I had him come and visit her, I was astonished to find that there were 7 Sims living on this lot, and there were only beds for, I think, 4 Sims, maybe 5 at the most. I think it was 4. So I decided I needed to renovate the lot in order to properly house the Sims that the game had put there. Now, this renovation isn't necessarily for that family, for that household. This renovation can sleep one, two, three, four, five, six, can sleep 6 Sims. I ended up with a parent's suite upstairs, a child's room, a teen's room, and then downstairs there's a guest room. The guest room has a double bed. It's a guest room slash study. I also ended up with 4 bathrooms. I think the original design might have had 2. There was definitely a bathroom downstairs, if I'm remembering correctly. But in my renovation, there are 4 bathrooms. So there's one half bath in the hallway, and then there's a full bath between the teen and the children's room. The master bedroom has its own bathroom, and then downstairs there's a bathroom, so guests don't have to go upstairs in order to use the bathroom. And it's next to the guest room. It's not part of a suite with the guest room. So if you have guests there, you don't have to have other visitors walking through the guest bedroom in order to get to the bathroom. I like this house. It's a colonial style, according to the description that EA put on it. It's an EA build. This is in Willow Creek, and I like the yard. I just wanted to redo the layout on the inside. The bedrooms were way too big. There was a lot of wasted space in there. It did not make sense to have bedrooms that large and not have enough beds to sleep all of the Sims that the game had put in it. So I completely gutted the downstairs. I wanted to change the layout and add a guest room downstairs. And I didn't gut the upstairs. I liked the layout of the upstairs, but I made the bedrooms smaller so that I could have the 3 more bedrooms upstairs. I also made one of the upstairs balconies off of the master bedroom suite, and then the other upstairs balcony is still accessible from the hallway. The only thing that I did with this build that I kind of regret is moving the stairs. I was trying to make this more of a realistic home improvement type thing. So if you're doing realistic home improvement, like your normal stuff, not your gut down to the studs kind of stuff like they do on Texas Flip and Move. But if you're doing your normal house renovation stuff, unless there's a serious code violation that has to be fixed, you don't move the stairs because moving stairs is ridiculously expensive and it's complicated because you have to take into account, I'm pretty sure, what are weight bearing walls and all of that jazz. So I kind of wish that I hadn't moved the stairs. That would have made the renovation a little bit more realistic in my eyes. And I may go back at some point in time and see if I can do a version that still gives me the number of bedrooms and bathrooms that I prefer. I could stand to lose one of the upstairs bathrooms if necessary. But I might go back and see if I can do another version with the stairs in the original position. Of course, that's going to mean changing the layout downstairs because originally the double wide staircase was right in the center of the downstairs. So I would have to rethink how to position the downstairs bathroom and the guest room. Maybe not so much the kitchen and the dining room, but definitely the living room and the guest room and the bathroom that I had downstairs. So I didn't do anything to the outside. I didn't change the yard. I didn't change the siding. Didn't change and any of the outside walls. Once again, I wanted to make this as realistic as possible. I didn't want to have to change the shape of the roof or move any of the outside walls, so I left all of that alone. And besides, I like the colonial style. You know, not everything has to be new and modern style. I like the old-fashioned style on the outside, but I wanted the inside to be a little bit more modern. It's not super modern, but I put some modern touches on the inside. So this is the master bedroom ensuite. I already showed the child's room and the teen's room being done. So this is the master bedroom. Please excuse my loud behind neighbors if you can hear them. They have no concept of using their inside voices, and their kitchen and entryway is right next to my bedroom, which is where I'm doing this recording. For some reason, they seem to enjoy congregating in the kitchen. I don't know why, because the kitchens in this apartment building are not big. They're not eat-in kitchens. But yeah, so yeah, my neighbors are right on the other side of the wall. And they're just talking, having what to them is normal conversation. As far as I know, they're not even having a party. That's just how light they are. Anyway, so this is a balcony that's off of the master bedroom. I put a little bench out there so they can sit, and then the other balcony you can still get to from the hallway, and there's a chess table there. I thought about putting a chess table on the porch of the balcony, but the thing is, in the wintertime, my Sims really shouldn't be sitting outside playing chess because it gets cold and I don't want my Sims to freeze to death. So I chose to make sure that there was enough room for the chess table to be inside on this build, and that way I wouldn't have to worry about my Sims freezing to death. In the original build, I really liked this entertainment center that they had built using the cabinets, and I wanted to do a similar thing, just a little bit less old-fashioned. So they had the more old-fashioned cabinets. I put the modern cabinets surrounding the TV to give it more of that modern look, and I also put a matching black and white desk in the corner. There's lots of computers in this house. I mean, with as many bedrooms as there are, it would make no sense to not have so many computers. So there's one in the living room, one in the guest room slash study, which I think I'll be doing next. And then there's a computer in the teens room and a computer in the parents room. So that's 4 computers. There isn't one in the child's room because I'm kind of old fashioned. And when I was growing up, there was a bit of advice that I heard that said, well, not when I was growing up. This is when I was a young adult. Because believe it or not, when I was a kid, there was no internet. I know, there was no internet when I was growing up. Internet and email just started becoming a thing when I was graduating from college. So there I've dated myself, which I don't mind. Hey, anyhow, when I was a young adult, there was a piece of advice that I remember hearing often. They would tell parents that if you have a computer in the home, in order to make it less likely for your children to fall prey to predators, it's better to have a computer in a common area of the house, like the study or the living room or the dining room, somewhere where the child cannot be shut up by themselves and possibly chatting with people who are going to prey on them, who are going to wrangle their address out of them. So most of the time when I do builds, I do my builds with that in mind. So I'll put a computer in the teens room, but most of the time I won't put computers in the child's room. So that's why in this build, there is no computer in the child's room, but they've got a toy box there, and there's a drawing table in the hall. Only reason the drawing table isn't in their room is because, the room doesn't have enough space now that I made the bedroom smaller. So the drawing table is in the hall, and there's a chess table in the hall as well. There's lots of books throughout the house. There's a set of books on the living room coffee table. There's a whole library full of the study here, full of books, which I'm doing here. There's a set of books on the desk in the child's room. So there's plenty for the child to do without their having a computer in their room. And then they can always use the computer in the living room, or they can use the computer that's here in the library. I'm not sure if I put an easel in this particular build. I like including the easel because, skill building items are a good thing, but I don't remember if I put an easel in this build. Whenever I do the next version of it, I'll try to remember to put an easel in there. So this is the downstairs bathroom. So full bath. So you've got both a tub and a shower because I wanted to make it a big bathroom. The toilet is not separate. The only toilet that's separate from everything else is the half bathroom upstairs. I really didn't want to go through the thought process required to figure out how to separate that out for the downstairs bathroom, so I just didn't this time. But if anybody needs a bathroom by itself, then they can always go to the upstairs. This renovation, and I call it a renovation because it's not a build. I didn't build it from scratch. This renovation is in the gallery as it says Brook Bungalow Reno. This is base game only because this original build was based in Willow Creek. So that's a base game world. So I wanted to keep this base game so you don't have to worry about having particular packs. If all you have is the base game, you can download this build and you can use it in your game without any problem. So since there's so many rooms in this house, I included a lot of pictures. And you can see I basically go through every room and out onto both balconies and show you the views. There's more that I think I would like to do with the hallway. I don't know, maybe put some more pictures up on the walls. There's a lot of blank space there, but that also leaves room for when you download this and put this in your game, there's space for you to hang up whatever pictures, if you have custom content art that you want to hang up, or if your Sims paint, then they can do that. So I hope that you enjoyed this reno. Have a lot of fun playing in this build, and I will see you in the next one.